Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Nuta the Crochet World, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please subscribe to my channel, like, share and comment on my videos. And today we're going to do this beautiful pattern for a purse or a wallet, and this is a card wallet, or you can put your change in it or your card. It's a multi-purpose wallet, and I've used this fasteners to close this one, and it's all done. And for this one I've used my 100% cotton yarn, and I've used my 3.5 mm of the hook. So let's begin. So now for this card wallet, I'm gonna make a slip knot, and now I'm gonna chain up 21. So it's 1 2 3 4 5 6, and here it is, my 21 chains. Now I'm gonna turn my work. So turn your work, and that's gonna be the back portion of your chain. Now this is the back portion of your first chain, and this is the back portion of your second chain. Now I'm gonna yarn over and will insert my hook into this second chain, the back portion of my second chain, and will grab my yarn and yarn over and will make my half double crochet. So we'll pull my yarn from all three loops, and that's my first half double crochet. Now I will insert my hook into my next chain, the back portion of my next chain, grab my yarn and will make my slip stitch here. Now again I'm going to yarn over and will insert my hook into my third chain, grab my yarn over and pull your yarn through all your three loops, and that's your second half double crochet. Now into the fourth chain I will insert my hook, grab my yarn, will make a slip stitch here, and keep on doing one half double crochet and one slip stitch, one half double crochet and one slip stitch till the end of this chain. So we're going to have our 20 stitches, and our last stitch will be our slip stitch. And here it is, I made my 18 stitches, and that's going to be my 19th stitch, and that's my half double crochet, and that's going to be my last stitch, my 20th stitch, and that's my slip stitch into my last chain like this. And now I'm going to chain up one, will turn my work, yarn over and will insert my hook into my first stitch. Remember, this is the slip stitch from the previous round, so just put your hook inside your first stitch, grab your yarn, make your first half double crochet, and into the next stitch we're going to do one slip stitch. And now for this row number 2 we are going to repeat this pattern. So again, one half double crochet and then one slip stitch, one half double crochet and one slip stitch. And by the end of this row we're going to have our 20 stitches, and our last stitch will be slip stitch, and I'm going to meet you at the end. And here it is, this is my last stitch, and that is my slip stitch, and my work looks like this after my row number 2. Now for the row number 3, again chain of one, turn your work and yarn over and insert your hook into your first stitch. That's your slip stitch from the previous round. Grab your yarn, make your first half double crochet, and now we are going to repeat our row number 2 for this row number 3 until row number 40. So just keep on doing this pattern, keep on repeating this pattern, and keep on repeating your row number 2 until your row number 40, and I will meet you after my row number 40. Remember, each row will have 20 stitches and one half double crochet and one slip stitch, and I will meet you after my row number 40. Okay, so after my row number 40 my work looks like this, and now I'm gonna chain up one here. So chain one, and if you want you can put your stitch marker here, because we are going to go all the way around on the borders. So put your stitch marker. If you don't want to put your stitch marker and you will be able to remember which one is a chain one, that's going to be perfectly all right. Now this chain one is our first single crochet, and I'm going to insert my hook into my this stitch for one more time, and we'll make my another single crochet here. So that's going to be our 2 single crochets. And now we are going to do 1 single crochet on each row here. So just insert your hook here. This one is the second row, and do your 1 single crochet, and here in your, that's going to be a 3rd single crochet. Again, that's going to be a 4th single crochet, and until here you're going to have your 40 single crochets. So keep on doing 1 single crochet on each row, and by the end of this row you're going to have your 40 single crochets. Okay, so I have my 39 single crochets here, 39 stitches, and I will insert my hook into that same space for one more time, and will make my 40th single crochet. So that's my 40 single crochets, including this chain one. So this chain one we count as our first single crochet, and then another 39 single crochets, so it's 40 single crochets in total. And now we are going to turn our work here. And now we're going to insert our hook into this first stitch at the bottom. So this is the first stitch. Remember, this is our chain. We have started up our work here. So we have our 20 chains here. These are the 20 stitches. Now for the very first stitch, we're going to insert our hook into this first stitch, and we'll grab the yarn and we'll make 1 single crochet, and into the same stitch we're going to insert our hook for one more time, and we'll make our 1 more single crochet so that we can form up a square here. So that's a square. And now until here, next 19 stitches, we're going to have 1 single crochet on each stitch. So just insert your hook into that chain and do 1 single crochet on each stitch. And here it is after my 19th stitch. It looks like this. And now I'm gonna again insert my hook into that same stitch, and we'll grab the yarn and we'll make my last stitch, my 20th stitch. Remember, on the first stitch we made our 2 single crochets, and here again on this last stitch we have made our 2 stitches. And now we're going to turn our work to the left side. I'm gonna take this loose end inside while doing my single crochets, and again now we are going to do 1 single crochet on each row, and we're going to have exactly 40 single crochets on this line. So make another 40 single crochets on this side as well, just like what we have done here. So just keep on repeating it. One row will have 1 single crochet, so it's 1, 2, and here it is. I have my 39 single crochets here on this side as well, and I'm going to insert my hook into that same stitch for one more time, and we'll make my 40th single crochet, and the work looks like this. And now again I'm going to insert my hook into this first stitch. Now this is gonna be an uneven stitches because we have made our 1 half double crochet and a 1 slip stitch here. So it's going to be an uneven stitches, but don't worry, you will be able to find your stitches here. Now for the first stitch, I'm going to insert my hook into this first stitch. We'll grab my yarn and we'll make my 2 single crochets here. So it's 1 and 2. And now for the next 19 stitches, keep on doing 1 single crochet on each stitch, and I'm going to meet you at the end here. And here it is. I have my 19 stitches, and for one more time I'm going to insert my hook into that same stitch, and we'll insert my hook and we'll make my 20th single crochet. Remember what we have done here. On the last stitch we have made our 2 single crochets, and here again on the first stitch we have made our 2 single crochets. Similarly, we have made our 2 single crochets on this side, and now the 2 single crochets on this last stitch. And that's it. We are here, and now I'm going to take out this stitch marker. Will insert my hook into this very first chain, and I will make a slip stitch here, and that's it. Now we can cut your yarn. So just cut it, and now you can secure your last stitch and take a needle and insert your needle in this way, do the next stitch and attach these two stitches here. If you want, you can just take this out from here, and here it is. It is all nice and secure. Now put this loose ends in. Okay, so after putting my loose end in, my work looks like this. And now either way you can count your 30 stitches on this side. So as you can see, I have my 4 stitches here. I have counted these 2 stitches on this side, and 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 21 22 23 24 25 26 27 28 29 and 30. So I've put my stitch marker on my 30th stitch, and I went all the way on this row, and I put my another stitch marker here. Now again, if you will count from here, it's gonna be 30 stitches. So it's on the other side as well. That's gonna be my first stitch. It's 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 21 22 23 24 25 26 27 28 29 and my 30th stitch. So that's the same. As we have same stitches on both the sides, it's going to be the same stitches, so don't worry about the numbers. You can do one thing, you can count it on the one side and then just take your raw and put your stitch on the other side as well. Remember to take 30 stitches. And now we are gonna turn our work in this way. So we are gonna attach our work this way. So our first stitch from here will be here on our 30th stitch. That's it. And this one we are gonna do in this way, and it's gonna be closed. Now if you want to go somewhere on the top or somewhere down, you can do the same thing. So now what you can do is just take out your stitch marker and take both the parts on your stitch marker like this. So take both the parts, so you will understand that here you're gonna start attaching your work. Similarly here as well, take out your stitch marker. If you want, you can recount your stitches and take your first and the 30th stitch together like this. And now we're going to start attaching our work. Okay, so to attach the work, we're going to turn our work in this way. So this portion is going to be like this. Here, turn your work, and now insert your hook here between your 15th and 16th stitch. So insert your hook here, take your yarn and grab it like this. Now insert your hook into your next 2 stitches. So these are the next 2 stitches you have. These are your 2 stitches, the next 2 stitches. So insert your hook into the both side next 2 stitches and grab your yarn and make slip stitch. So it's your first slip stitch. If you want, tighten up your work. We're going to work on this later on, so don't worry about that if it's a little bit loose. Now again, into the next stitch, insert your hook, grab your yarn and make a slip stitch. And now keep on doing slip stitches until here. until here. So just insert your hook into the next stitches and grab your yarn and make the slip stitches. And here it is. I have my 13 slip stitches here, and now I'm gonna do my 14th slip stitch. Now remember, we're gonna have 14 slip stitches instead of 15 because we have just started up our work here, and that's gonna be our first stitch. So we are not counting that our first stitch. So it's gonna be our 14 slip stitches. And that's it. It's all done. And now, as we have attached this, we are going to start working on this single line, and we're going to keep on doing our slip stitches. So here it is our 14 slip stitch, and then insert your hook into your one side only and do your next slip stitch, and keep on doing your slip stitches, and next 10 slip stitches you're going to have on this side. Here it is, my 10 slip stitches, and now I'm going to have another 20 slip stitches on this side. Similarly, another 10 slip stitches on this side as well. So keep on doing your slip stitches, one slip stitch on each stitch, each single crochet from the previous round, and I'm going to meet you here at the end. And here it is. I've made my this slip stitches, and now I'm going to do another 14 slip stitches here on this side as well. So I'm going to take out my this stitch marker, and now we'll insert my hook into the first stitch, and we'll take my both the sides like this, and we'll keep on doing the slip stitches just as we have done here. And here it is. That's my 14th stitch, and I'm gonna do my last stitch. That is my 15th stitch, and that's it. It's done. It's gonna look like this, and now we're gonna put this close like this. Okay, so now we're gonna cut the yarn here. Secure your last stitch. So now for that one, have your needle and you can cut your yarn, and you can do the same thing with this end. And here it is all done, and we're gonna put this fasteners here. Now you can count the stitch if you want, or you can randomly put your fasteners like this in a way. So for that one, I am going to use my normal thread and a normal needle. Now if you have bigger fasteners and you want to sew it with the normal yarn, you can do it as well. I'm going to use this normal thread. So for that one, I'll just make this one this way, and we'll check if this goes well. Yes, it goes well. It's nice. And I'll just put this in. And here it is, our card wallet is ready, and put the fasteners here, and it got closed, and it's all done. And I hope you have liked my today's tutorial. If you have liked, please like, share, and comment on my videos, and please subscribe to my channel, and I will see you into the next video. Till then, bye.